Spenny. I traveled all week last week. Multiple hours I spent waiting on a tarmac, sitting on a plane. Every flight was delayed. Every single time I went into an airport, it was a nightmare. Long lines, exhausted personnel, and a government shutdown that is grinding America to a halt. And all so that Democrats can give criminal aliens a bunch of free healthcare and goodies to stay in this country and rig elections. Total flight delays, 17,000. Ladies and gentlemen, cancellations in the United States, 2,000 total cancellations today, 2,087 flights. This is just one element of the government shutdown that has caused extreme pain and suffering for Americans. We're not paying our military. We're not paying our veterans' services. There's so many functions of the federal government that is ground to a halt. And while the nihilists and or anarchists might say, no more government, frankly, I mean, the reality is President Trump, to have a successful presidency, needs to have a government open to be able to go about the business of his agenda. That's it. If you want to run on an agenda of the entire federal government getting unplugged, do that. But right now, this is a bit of a catastrophic event for President Trump because he can't get anything passed. They can't do anything. And that's going to make it look like President Trump isn't able to govern. That's the strategy here from Democrats. And you can see that that was always the strategy. It was always political because now Democrats are starting to recognize, especially vulnerable Democrats, that this isn't going over well with their constituencies. Push this through to November and the holidays, and you'll have a absolute and total American revolution on your hands. Push this through. No one's going to care about parties. No one's going to care about Trump. If like a few Democrat senators don't come together and end the government shutdown right now, and this pushes forward, it's only like 2 weeks to Thanksgiving. And this pushes forward through that, and Americans are unsafe traveling for their holiday season. Trust me, every senator will lose their seat, and they'll all deserve to. Senate has now moved towards ending the government shutdown as travelers deal with major flight disruptions. Trump pressures air traffic controllers to get back to work now. Donald Trump effectively saying the government shutdown is about to end. Let's read. The end of the shutdown is close. President Trump last night.
We'll never agree to give any substantial money or any money to really prisoners, illegals that come into our country. And I think the Democrats understand that. And it looks like we're getting close to the shutdown ending. You'll know very soon. Thank you very much.
So what happened last night? What happened last night was a procedural vote passed with 60 votes. That's 8 Democrats siding with Republicans in order to reopen the government. Every side had to give a little bit. That's just the way that politics works here. California Governor Gavin Newsom is shrieking about this. Democrats are losing their damn minds that the government is reopening. That just goes to show the whole ballgame there, right? Total mask off. Senate Republicans were joined by 7 Democrats and 1 independent, so 8 real Democrats on Sunday night, to vote on a stopgap measure that would allow the government funding to resume until late January. The breakthrough deal ended the deal to end the 40-day government impasse came as a major hurdle. 60-40 Democrat vote. Around 11 p.m. at night, the House will convene on Monday to send the bill to President Trump's desk. The shutdown left 42 million Americans with no access to their SNAP benefits. We'll cover that in just a moment. Forced airlines to cancel thousands of flights. Million federal workers, including our military, without incomes, and it's not good. Although I agree that, of course, SNAP benefits should be cut absolutely to the bone, and that the vast majority of the federal workforce is unnecessary. I don't want our military to go without pay. Some Democrats applauded the breakthrough. Gavin Newsom shrieked, "Pathetic. America deserves better," Newsom says. "This isn't a deal, it's a surrender. Don't bend the knee." California Democrat Ro Khanna demanded that Chuck Schumer resign. Oh yeah, baby. Come on. Let the infighting happen. 7 Democrats and 1 independent. Dick Durbin of Illinois. He's retiring, by the way. Jeanne Shaheen of New Hampshire. John Fetterman of Pennsylvania. Catherine Cortez Masto of Nevada. So both Nevada Democrat senators, that Nevada's a red state. They both voted to end it. Maggie Hassan, also of New Hampshire. So both Democrat senators from New Hampshire also voting. These are red states with 2 Democrat senators. There are no blue states with Republican senators. That doesn't happen. That never happens, right? New York doesn't have a Republican senator. There are only red states that are dumb enough or corrupt enough to send Democrat senators to the Senate. Nevada's one of them. New Hampshire, ladies and gentlemen, also one of them. Jackie Rosen of Nevada, Angus King of Maine. Maine is just one of those weird states, you know? It's like, he says he's an independent, but he caucuses with the Democrats. Anyway, the point is, I never thought that shutting down the government, leveraging against Republicans, this has been proven the case. I think everybody felt like we needed to do something to get this shutdown over. This is the desired result. All right. Let's see what happens next. What's the deal consist of, effectively? Legislation will protect federal workers from baseless firings, reinstate those who have been wrongfully terminated during the shutdown, and ensure federal workers receive back pay as required by law. This is a critical step. All right. There's Gavin Newsom. Pathetic. Here's other libs shrieking.
Went into this after a blue wave out of the American people saying, we do want the opposition. We the working people want the Democratic Party to fight for them. And now they just caved and surrendered. I think Chuck Schumer, his days are over. If he cannot keep his caucus together, he needs to go. He needs to be replaced.
All right. Look at them arguing on behalf of the shutdown. They want the shutdown. The only thing the Schumer shutdown accomplished was alerting Americans that 59% of legal-headed households get taxpayer-funded welfare. Great job. Great job, Chuck. That's exactly right. Look, the purple lines are illegal-headed households. 59% of them get welfare. Got to go home, you know? You got to go home, right? You don't belong here. You got to go home. President Trump recommended $10,000 bonus for air traffic controllers who didn't take any time off for their distinguished service to the country. The shutdown was just about the election. That's exactly right. These are the senators. The Democrats, again, are raging at this. I told my wife weeks ago that this was all fake. It was to inflict pain before the election so that it would be resolved within a week. And it looks like it's all a game. That's right. And Democrats are now screaming. This is a Republican shutdown. Also, Democrats, I'm in total shock that our party would cave to Republicans and reopen the government. Yeah, that's right. There's raging. Democrats melt down, call for Chuck Schumer's ouster after deal for government shutdown clears hurdle. Here we go, Ro Khanna. Senator Schumer is no longer effective and should be replaced. If you can't fight to stop healthcare premiums from skyrocketing, what will you fight for? Tonight is another example of why we need new leadership. So here's a bunch of Democrats calling for Chuck Schumer out and AOC in. Come on, put AOC. I want it. I want it now. Put AOC in charge of the Senate. I want it. I need it. I need it. Chuck Schumer is utterly defeated on the Senate floor. His own party members caved. Massively low energy. He knows that this is the end and the left is gunning for his seat. Trump shut the government down longer than any president in American history. Took political hostages. Chuck is not doing well. Doesn't look good. Maybe he's been eating some of those raw hamburgers that he's been grilling. Chuck Schumer not built for this moment. And here's the poly market odds on this. Looks like it's way up past 80%. Officially, ladies and gentlemen, this is a massive, massive win. I will say it's been annoying for me. 87% that the government shuts down November 12th through 15th. So that would be in just a few days. So that's at 87% right now. You know what? It's been beautiful, guys. But it's also been proven here live on CNN that this was, once again, done in order to hurt the American people for politics. It's a matter of fact. Here's Scott Jennings of CNN.
Republicans going to use leverage in their fight with Democrats when the Democrats are actually the ones with the upper hand in the eyes of voters?
Oh, I'm sure Democrats will be more than happy to open the government now. The election's over. I mean, part of the reason they shut it down was to get through tonight.
I mean, I
would suspect they'll be glad to open it up by the end of the week.
Adam Schiff, he was like, hold the line.
AOC, there's lots of rumors of people wanting to open it.
Look, I don't see what is the incentive for Democrats to back down when voters are basically saying Trump's not doing enough, it's the Republicans' fault, and then they basically handed the keys in this past election to the Democrats. Where's the leverage?
Again, these are blue states electing Democrats, not a shock. Democrats clearly wanted this shutdown to get through Election Day. I do think they are facing pressure from their internal coalitions. The unions, the air traffic controllers, the government employee unions are desperate to get the government back open.
Yeah. Correct. Spot on. Never said that about a CNN clip, but well done, Scott Jennings, as ever. My take on the government shutdown is this, just like a lot of different things. I want the Trump agenda. Trump has to be able to govern in order for us to win in 2028, in order for America first to continue as a viable political movement. And this is the most powerful coalition ever built. And in order to do that, you have to get rid of the obscene and obnoxious distractions. Some of those are self-inflicted. And you have to be able to govern. And to do that, you have to have the government open. Right? So this is a great and good result. Okay? As much as I want the policies of future administrations to be as little government as humanly possible. That needs to be the next policies. But as for now, this is a good result. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.